Oh, look, it's the Warrior of Light, like OG Final... Whoa, wait a minute. And it's Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. What are they? And it's the Mog. And Cloud? What are you doing here? This doesn't look at all like Final Fantasy VII. Oh, I'm so confused. And my name's James, the confused person who's playing Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, to give it its full title, which is kind of a mobile tie-in to the Dissidia game that's been released on PS4 and consoles today, or this week. And, well, this is a much more classic Final Fantasy game than you're going to get from the console version. As I understand it, from having seen the trailers and whatnot, the console version is a 3-on-3 brawler. This is not that, though it does take at least one mechanic from its console counterpart. The idea with this one, I've just gained a Cloud there, Cloud Strife, let's do a battle with him. The idea of this one is that it takes the form of a much more traditional turn-based JRPG that you guys will all be massively familiar with if you've played even any of the Final Fantasy games. I'm actually going to go here and change my party. So let's go and have a look at the setup. I can choose from a bunch of different lists. I've already acquired a bunch of different characters. So we've got Tifa in my list here. We've got this Warrior of Light guy. And then Rem. I forget which one she's from. We've also got your man over here, Saz. He's from Final Fantasy VIII, if I remember correctly. And then Vivi from Final Fantasy 9? I think it's 9. Let's just use that party for the time being. Why not? We'll go back. And hopefully this fight will allow me to pick up Cloud and add him to my crew. The actual plot of this is the standard Final Fantasy plot of, oh, the world is ending, and you know, Dragon Age Inquisition, where the world has got these rifts opening up and they're going to destroy the world, and that's really bad. Well, that's kind of what's happening here. There are weird portals opening up, and it's spitting, or the gods are spitting characters from all over the Final Fantasy universe into the same place. That's the excuse for just putting a lot of characters that you and I know together into one game. It's just a fan service exercise. It's obvious what it is, so, you know, just treat it as such. Traditionally, these things have always bummed me out slightly because you've got all the different character designs from separate universes which don't really go together, but there's no point in being purist about this sort of thing. It is what it is. The thing that carries over from the console game is this brave mechanic. So you notice in the top right hand corner I've got a brave attack and a hit point attack. Now I've taken out this guy, he's now a pile of bones on the floor. I've broken his brave, which means that when I attack him with a brave attack, it reduces their bravery stat and increases my bravery stat, which kind of turns into an attack. So the higher my bravery, the more powerful the attack will be. So if you look at Vivi now, she's got 399 attack out of a potential 700. So if I use a bravery attack, you'll see my bravery's just gone up to 545. So I can keep charging that attack until it's full, and then unleash a massively powerful hit like that. Some of those hits can be comboed together, so you can combine different attacks from different people. I've only got 51 here, so I'm going to bravery attack to get that up. That's 192. Vivi's pretty high, so I'm going to hit with an actual hit point attack. You've also got additional things like this spinning shield here. I'll just show you what it does, which is a defense mechanism. I can use it on, let's say, Tifa. There you go. She can be hit by kind of 5 attacks and take minimal damage from it. That's quite nice. These skeletons, if you bravery attack them enough and they break, they'll go just like that. They'll shatter into a million pieces and they can't attack for a couple of rounds. I'm going to bravery attack you again because frankly I don't have enough power. All of the attacks will start glowing. There you go, that hit point attack is now glowing purple. That means I can take him out in one hit. So we're going to chain these together. Hit point attack from Vivi, and finally one from the warrior himself. Massive amounts of overkill. And a glorious victory. And it's Final Fantasy, so let's have that victory music ringing out. Does it get old hearing that? I'm not sure. I've been playing Final Fantasy games for a long time. I still quite like it. I gotta be honest. The fan service there, the music continues to work. Characters kind of level up automatically like that. You can equip different items and then start combining items to maximize them. Let's talk to Cloud, shall we? Much like, you know, getting burn cards or standard cards in those battlers where you can like combine 5 cards to power up another card. Of course, it is free to play. You get a whole bunch of crystals and gems, which you can use to buy additional items and I think probably unlock characters as well. There doesn't seem to be any energy mechanic. I haven't been locked out of a level yet, and I've played about, I don't know, like 9 or 10 of them. Looks like other worlds have also had their fair share of strong-headed soldiers who take on way too much alone. Ah, Sax and Cloud are vibing. We're not so different, you and I, from different games that should have no business crossing over, but whatever. Have a little think, Cloud. What you thinking? Alright, I'll go with you. Just don't get in my way. Ooh, he's trying to be all hard. I've seen you in Final Fantasy VII, Cloud. You're not hard. Then it's settled. The Mog's kind of been sent down by one of the gods to assemble this weird Avengers team. Which is, I guess, you know, universe crossover. That's kind of what this is. But the thing with the Avengers and all the Marvel stuff is they do, at least, for the most part, exist on the same world. Even if they're on Earth 1 or Earth 2. They're still on Earth. Whereas all the different Final Fantasy games, I don't know, there may be canon on this. They might all exist in some kind of gigantic meta-universe, but they always feel like different worlds and different universes and different time frames, you know. So it's a bit weird having them all mashed up together. Alright, let's try one of these things. Ooh. I've not had a go at one of these yet. Looks like they just unlocked an area. I don't know. Let's go and chat to this person, the Lost Boy. I don't recognise this bunny ears dude. Actually, he looks a bit Final Fantasy IX, doesn't he? The plot stuff of this, it's very non-existent because the backgrounds, they're just the fighting arenas. It is essentially just a series of fights, and the plotting is, I'm going to say, quite throwaway compared to a proper premium Final Fantasy game. Oh, he's getting moony for his son. Got to find him quickly, says the Warrior of Light. Let's help him and get him to join us. Alright, cheers. See, you keep getting those crystals for everything, and I'm not that fussed by them. If I go over here, you can see these are the missions that I'm getting bonuses for achieving certain things. Player-driven missions, i.e. ones that I have to choose to do versus just daily stuff. For turning up and being a good boy. You can also go in and look at individual characters. So I'm just going to show you this quickly before I go. Where I can look at the items that they have and then choose to swap them around or upgrade them. So I can say, hey, let's swap this for some cotton robes. Obviously it doesn't appear on her character because that's not like that kind of game. But these can all be swapped about, and then certain items can be upgraded and combined together if you want to by using the enhancement system, which is over here. So I can choose weapons and armor. Grab an enhancement, say, I've got a really powerful weapon on the warrior at the minute, but say I want to go in here, confirm that, and I can then combine it with, say, this item and this item. It'll cost me a certain amount to combine those together. Proceed. And then, bosh. I've upgraded the level of the weapon, maximum bravery is increased there, so a little bit of a bonus, and I can then equip that onto a character if I want to. That's kind of how this whole thing shakes down. Let's go in and do a quick battle before we bail. Where the dead sleep final. Okay, so we're going to go in. Bravery attack again. Bravery attack for everybody. It's always kind of starting off with a bravery attack. Now, he's broken his bravery. He's got 479, so straight in with a hit point attack. Mighty damage there. Lovely. And the same for him. Tifa's got the damage to take him down, so we will. Now, these bats. I should have that quick shot guy. So, one of these characters has a gun, not the ones here, and I don't have it, so a lot of these attacks may not land, because these bats are shifty and they tend to fly away. I've taken him down, brilliant. Goblins, base level, nothing enemies. Brave attack. I'll use one of the special attacks in a minute. I'll bust out a beat rush or a fireball or something. Let's floor this thing if we can. Yes, we've broken it. Outstanding. Let's do a beat rush, just for fun. Yeah, why not? A hit point attack. Bam. And finally, Kaflooey. Dead bat on the wall. It's a mighty victory. for this weird ragtag collection. Right, there you go. So, Dissidia, Final Fantasy Opera, Omnia. It's free to download on iPhone, iPad, and Android at the minute. If you fancy giving it a go, you can. Or you can play the console version, which is a bit like Smash Brothers, only with spikier hair. Thank you for watching. See you next time.